Yo, what is good, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Sports PSP podcast. Oh my God. What a game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Um, it was a fantastic game, an epic game to see two great quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen. Of course, it all goes back to a couple of years ago in the divisional round at Arrowhead Stadium. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes going back and forth, back and forth. Kansas City somehow pulled off with the victory 42-36 in overtime. This game was so epic because this was going to be the first time in Patrick Mahomes' career he's going on the road in a playoff game. You realize how great that is for a player like Patrick Mahomes to have never played a road playoff game in your 6 years as a starter, and in his first playoff game, man, what more could you ask? Now, he didn't have a 400 or 500 yard spectacular performance, but bottom line was it was more than enough in order for the Kansas City Chiefs to somehow pull off with the victory. As for Buffalo, this is a painful one. And it's been a really tough off season, a really tough season for you. I mean, Josh Allen early on struggled with the turnovers. Of course, the firing of Ken Dorsey being replaced with Joe Brady. And I actually thought that Joe Brady, during his time as the offensive coordinator, did a really good job with the Buffalo Bills because, unlike Ken Dorsey, he did a better job incorporating the run more. And you saw that with James Cook, particularly in games like the Dallas Cowboys. Buffalo, they ran the ball exceptionally well. I mean, 39 carries, 182 yards, 4.7 yards a carry, two touchdown runs in the red zone to Josh Allen. They had a 17-13 lead. Kansas City, I got to give a lot of love and credit to not only Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce too, because I thought Travis Kelce throughout the season, even though he's still one of the elite tight ends, he did look a little sluggish. I think it was because of injuries. I think it was because of other things. But hey, when you needed him to be special, he was. 5 catches, 75 yards, a couple of touchdowns in that game. Travis Kelce played well. I also thought some of the wide receivers stepped up for the Kansas City Chiefs, particularly Marquez Valdez-Scantling, um, especially that 32-yard catch. Rashee Rice, I love Rashee Rice, especially when he is running after the football. I mean, he's great yards after catch. But Isaiah Pacheco of the Kansas City Chiefs, man, he finds a way to get it going, folks. He's one of the most underrated players in the NFL. 15 carries, 97 yards, 6.5 yards per carry, a touchdown. I got to talk about the Buffalo Bills, man. Is it fair to say that they've reached their limit with Josh Allen, with Stephon Diggs? And I think Stephon Diggs is about to leave, realistically. And Stephon Diggs cannot be absolved because early on in that game, Josh Allen in the second half threw a beautiful deep ball to him, and Stephon Diggs dropped it. And for a player of Stephon Diggs' caliber, you got to make that catch. Now, Josh Allen in that last drive, when he misfired on that touchdown pass, when he underthrew it, he had Stephon Diggs wide open. Josh Allen, there was still enough time for Buffalo to either kick a field goal, put them in more of a possession for field goal or for a touchdown. And that's on Josh Allen on that one. He misfired on that throw. And also he had Stephon Diggs wide open. And unfortunately for Bills fans, I'm sorry. Wide right. Wide right. Tyler Bass missed a game-tying field goal. And unfortunately, for the rest of the offseason, it's going to be wide right for Buffalo. And I think with Buffalo, they're going to have to start cleaning up house. And I think Sean McDermott may have to go. I think that's kind of unfair because you look at what he's done as the head coach for the Buffalo Bills, but at the same time, I think you've reached your limit. And I think for Buffalo, they're going to have to make some serious changes. I think McDermott is going to have to go, and I think Stephon Diggs is going to have to go. Now, what is Buffalo going to have to do? They're going to have to get themselves some wide receivers, whether in the draft or in free agency. But I think Stephon Diggs must leave Buffalo. But back to Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, no matter what the odds or circumstances are, he just finds a way to just get the job done. He is now entering his sixth consecutive AFC championship appearance. He's not a Hall of Famer. He is a first ballot bona fide Hall of Famer. He finds a way, no matter what the odds or circumstances are, he just still finds a way to get the job done. And I don't think we will ever see this type of play ever again. What he's doing in his 6 years as a starter, it's unprecedented. 6 consecutive AFC championship appearances, 3 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 league MVPs. First player since Kurt Warner to win the MVP, Super Bowl, and Super Bowl MVP going back to 1999. Even on his worst year, this is Patrick Mahomes' worst year of his career. Statistically, he is still the best quarterback in the NFL. And it's not even close. Not even close. It's going to be interesting to see Kansas City versus Baltimore. And that's a story for another day. But Mahomes, nobody can touch him in the playoffs. And if he wins another Super Bowl, he may surpass Joe Montana. I have Tom Brady number 1. I have Joe Montana number 2. I have Patrick Mahomes number 3. I have Peyton Manning number 4. And I have Aaron Rodgers 5 as my top 5 quarterbacks of all time. He wins another Super Bowl and another Super Bowl MVP at the age of 28. I think it's fair to say you can make a valid argument he's above Joe Montana. What he is doing is amazing, unprecedented, and you'll never, and I'm sorry, you'll never see this again. I give a lot of credit to the Kansas City Chiefs organization because, again, they had a chance to draft Deshaun Watson with the 10th overall pick coming out of Clemson. 2 back-to-back national championship appearances, a national championship victory against Alabama. Remember what Dabo Swinney once said about Deshaun Watson. If you're passing up on him, it's like you're passing up on Michael Jordan. But Kansas City and Andy Reid in particular saw something special in Patrick Mahomes. And they wanted to go with that young man. So Patrick Mahomes, no matter what the circumstances, no matter what the odds are stacked against him, he just still finds that way to get it done. You will never see this type of play again in the NFL at that position because he's just that gifted. He's just that special. Bottom line. So those are my thoughts, folks, regarding the game. I give a lot of credit to Kansas City and their running game. I can't say anything else about the greatness of Patrick Mahomes. Buffalo, too many missed opportunities. Them going for it on that fake punt, I thought it was a big mistake. They also had a chance to capitalize when McCole Hardman fumbled in the end zone and was later called a touchback. Buffalo had chances and they couldn't cash in the check. They just couldn't cash in the check, missed opportunities, but still, it does not take away just how great Kansas City and just how great Patrick Mahomes is. That's the bottom line. And that's all I got to say. So anyway, folks, please leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you make of the AFC divisional round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills? Do you think it has more to do with Kansas City or Buffalo? Where would you rank Patrick Mahomes as far as the all-time greats? And do you think Buffalo has reached their Super Bowl has reached their limit? Is their Super Bowl window now closed? So please, again, leave your comments in the comment section below. It's your boy Sports PSP. Like and subscribe to the Sports PSP podcast and channel. And peace.